My name is Steve Hurley. I'm the Southeast District Fisheries Manager for the Massachusetts Division of Fisheries and Wildlife. And we're down here at the Quashnet River today doing pit tagging of eastern brook trout. Well, my background is I have a bachelor's and master's degree in fisheries biology. I went to school at UMass Amherst and got a master's at Iowa State University. I've been the fisheries manager for 23 years down here in southeastern Mass. We've been doing a pit tagging here at the Quashnet River since 2007, and we've been monitoring the fish population at the Quashnet River since about 1988. Pit tagging stands for Passive Integrated Transponders. They're actually radio frequency ID tags, and they give us a unique ID on individual fish. And we're using the pit tagging down here to study the movements of brook trout into the saltwater, as well as find their growth in daily movements.
But you know when he's going to relax a little bit.
And this is the anode, the positive end. And so what we're going to do is we're going to wade in the water, and we're going to set up an electric field in the river between the negative and the positive. And when we're shocking, we press the switch here and you'll hear a beep, 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 and that indicates there's current going into the water. And we'll be putting out about 400 volts at about a half an amp. And that's how we sample the fish. As we go along, this electric field will encounter the fish, and the fish's bodies will tense up on one side, and they'll kind of go like this, and then they'll swim, and when they get close enough to this, they'll get stunned and they'll turn over, and that gives us our chance to dip them up. And we'll put them in the cooler, and then we'll tag them after we're done with the run. So we're going to go down below, and then we'll work our way up. Well, basically, we seem to find an increasing amount of brook trout. We basically stopped the stocking of brown trout in '94. Trout Unlimited has been improving the habitat in the river since 1975, and a combination of the habitat improvement and management practices have enabled the brook trout population in the river to flourish. We're finding out a lot of good information on the movements of brook trout, their growth rates, and hopefully we'll continue to monitor the population here in the Quashnet as that continues to increase. This is a fairly unique resource. The salter brook trout used to be widespread in eastern Massachusetts, but there's only a limited number of streams that support wild brook trout that can actually go out into the ocean and grow to a much larger size. These were once famous as a fishery both for sport and commercial purposes back in the 1700s and 1800s. But they've almost been lost to history. But we've been able to reestablish them in the Quashnet River, and hopefully in the future we'll be seeing more of these salter brook trout populations again.